What's up, everyone? It's time for the Mega Man Legacy Collection. This is Mega Man's 1 through 6, all wrapped up in a nice little bundle. I am playing it on the computer, which is a weird mix considering that I grew up playing all the Mega Man games on their respective platforms because I am old as hell. So I think my plan for this series is going to be, I'm going to do about a half an hour of each game, unless I'm beating it. Like if I'm having issues with one, I'll probably call it about 30 minutes or so in. We're also going to check out the challenges at some point, which is new to this, which I'm assuming is probably like a lot of remake kind of games like this now have challenges, special modes you can do. But we're going to get started here. This is already awesome. As you can see, it's all 1 through 6. I'm going to assume these are the Japanese covers, because Mega Man 1 had a really shitty cover with like weird human guy on it, and these look way cooler. So I'm really forced to assume it's the Japanese ones. Let's get started with Mega Man 1. I may or may not have cheated to at least look up the boss order, because I don't remember it for pretty much any of these games. I think Mega Man 2 I could probably pull off if I had to. But I don't know the rest of them. Let's see what we got here. Controls I already know. Now I do that. Database. Alright, so database has all the people, all the items that are in the game, I guess. That's really freaking awesome. Museum, it looks like just art kind of stuff of all of them. Character list, concept art. Yeah, see, I know it's freaking Japanese. There it is! Yeah, there's the shitty one. That was the cover. That weird looking guy in the middle with the gun, which isn't Mega Man at all, was the shitty cover for this. So we're definitely have to check this stuff out as we go. At least like the game ads. If nothing else, if you're into this kind of stuff, this will definitely be an awesome reason to get this game. You know, check out like old concept art and stuff. But it's time for the main event. No time to dilly-dally. This is so weird. So, this music riff in the background reminds me of like a Journey song. Or something that I can't really place, but maybe kind of sounds like it. A little bit. Here we go, Cutman. Dun, 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 dun. Boop, 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 boop. I forgot this used to have score. Used to have fake shitty score. Alright, so yeah, here. It controls a I'm using a Xbox controller too. It controls a little stiff, but I mean that. Did you slide? A little bit, okay. I'm gonna assume that weird controls are more a sign of how games used to play, and not necessarily how this collection is. I'm also trying to figure out right now if I want to use the analog stick or the regular D-pad for this. They both seem a little weird, for being honest with each other here. I'm gonna go D-pad, I think, now. This is also the kind of game where... Fuck you! Oh, stupid. It's also the kind of game where I don't know how much you can really talk about. Because this was before there was like half-ass plots to Mega Man games. Come on! I remember you can get those blocks if you're a Gutsman. After you beat Gutsman. Gutsman, whatever. That's a bitch. Here we go. For whatever reason, too, they kind of cheat. And they give you this auto-fire button. Which doesn't seem very... old school, I guess we'll call it. The game also just, like, hung a little bit there. I don't know if you noticed it. But I remember this game being notorious for that. And I'm pretty sure that if you do that cheat mode, all those hits don't really... That was like 5 hits right there, normal. So I don't know if the shooting faster actually helps or not. Like, watch, let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 hits right there. And then if you do super mode, that was like 20. So that is good to see that they don't freaking... Oh, let's do it again, see? I guess it's kind of cool to leave the old flaws of the game in the game, but it's also a little weird, to be honest with you. If you notice, Mega Man does not have a gun in his hand. Like the box art would have you believe if you're a young impressionable boy like I was once. Get out of here. Alright. Wait. Oh, there we go. I was also used to be really amused by the fact that, look at his feet when he walks down. They're like little... Oh, easy. Easy. Like little stabby... I don't know, like little knives going up and down. I always remember that being funny to me for some completely ridiculous reason. I kind of remembered him doing that too. Leave me alone. Thank you. First robot master, here we go. Get up. Get up. That seems kind of cheating to put freaking extra monsters in the lead-up rooms to the bosses. I know in the later games definitely doesn't do that anymore. Yeah, first boss. I also have to remember that this is one of the games you cannot, much like the opportunity I get, you cannot hit them when they are damaged state. Ah! That's an old school video game thing that became popular again once, like, the retro games were a big deal. That, like Shovel Knight and games like that, one of the tricks was always, if you get that invisibility, you use that to your advantage. I don't remember if this is one of the games where, like, come on! A lot of games used to have spikes, where if you hit the spikes, it was an instant kill. Some of them you could... Get off my head. Some of them were... The spikes didn't hurt you if you were in the invisible flashy state. There we go. Oh, I almost died there afterwards. And some you would die, even if you were damaged invisible like that. We're gonna find out the hard way, probably, if this is one of those games. I have to hit start or the game? Okay. Alright, game says Luckman's next. My cheat guide. 80,000 points! This song sounds like, I don't know, I feel like Faithfully? Maybe they all just sound like Journey songs to make some that old. And then let's see here. Okay, triggers don't do anything. The bumper pauses it. The back button. Oh! I feel it. Fancy! Wait, what other options do we have here? Oh, I can put a little border on. And then we got the filters. See what the TV one looks like? Holy shit! Who remembers when TVs look like this? God damn. Alright, start brings that up, right? And then we got monitor. What's this one look like? A little better. I mean, we'll turn the filters off, I guess. It doesn't seem... Oh, they got save states! Fuck that! No. Okay, we're definitely doing original screens. We're gonna put the borders on, because all these games are gonna be freaking 4x3. And we will definitely use the new fancy vision here. Because that's the whole point of playing remastered games. If you watch the top of the screen, what do you guys do? It does the old school... There's like that scan line that runs up the screen. I remember the old games doing that too. This is like a blast from my childhood, man. This is awesome. This one's at the... Yep. Get back over, get back over! Oh, fuck this. I remember this shit already now. This is back when games were just made to piss you off constantly. If you remember when we played, Come on, really? Oh, this is gonna be... When we played Angry Video Game Nerd Game, we dealt with these as well. And that timing is really fucking weird. This, oh, there's another reference for most people that you'll probably never get. When I was growing up, and I mean like mid-teens, late teens, so about 20 years ago now, maybe a little less, there was a band called Don't Look Down that had a song called... I actually don't remember how the song's anymore. It was off their first EP. They were a local band for me. They had a song with the riff that sounded like the background music to this. And then the game's like, fuck you, we tricked you. Guess there's little warpy things here. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. And if you could look at the way the blocks fill in, they actually fill in on top of that pattern, which is kind of neat. I remember as a kid, I used to try to shoot... It does literally nothing. I used to try to shoot those bubbles. They trizzied them just because it seemed like you should be able to. You want to go inside or outside? We're going to go inside. For no reason whatsoever, because I really don't remember how this turns out. It seems to be the easier way of the two. Easier way of the two. Easier way of the two. You can tell it's a different kind of game, because I'm not even mad. Like, all those games that we've played together so far, but the games are like this. Like old school kind of video games, I'd scream at. And this is another one where if I had a freaking Cutman, or a Gutsman, I could rip those blocks out. I'm not sure why the guide online felt that this is the best way to go, you know. I'll have to trust it, I guess. I'm also waiting for that part with the whoop blocks. I think Mega Man 2 was the... Is it Mega Man 2 that was a really bad one for that? There we used to freak the fuck out about. Does this still work? Nope. And my controller just died. That's always good. Hold on, please. Alright, so apparently this game is not very good with controller support in the sense that controller goes off, it just stops working. So I can't like start playing with the controller again, so I'm going to be using the keyboard for a little bit here. Yeah, no good. No good. So... Alright, fuck it. We'll do it live. This would be my first excuse too, like if I die too much. Is it like right now? It's almost like playing this game on an emulator. It's all falling apart now. Is there a way to... Can you kill them with... That's why, okay. So we'll be using this for a while then, as we, Laggy freaking game. Come on, Nintendo. Let's get going here. Ridiculous complaint. Oh, the other thing too is I would have... I don't know, I just rambled on at this point. I would have switched back to the controller, so I couldn't complain about it, but I pressed a lot of buttons, and now I'm actually going to bring up like that main menu for some reason. Like escape does not take you to the screen you would think it'd take you to, so I can't go back that way either. So we got this part. And I forgot it doesn't hurt him because he's fucking metal. Great. Another involved chamber to get to the robot boss. All this part really is just a way to like slap you in the face before you fight the boss. That's why I'm glad they changed this in later games to not even like... You just walk through the door. Uh-oh. It's close. My favorite thing to do when I used to walk through the doors, I would jump so we'd stick to the door. For whatever reason, that was cool to me. That was quick. Come on! Let's see if any buttons get me back to the main screen there. Pauses. Alright, so here's a flaw of this game. Hey, there it is. If I go to this... I grab this now. I completely broke the game. This is all falling apart. So you can't, like... You can't go back. You can never go back. So screw it, I guess. That was Mega Man 1. Hope everyone enjoyed the first day of this so far. It fell apart a little bit, you know. I don't feel great about it, but it fell apart a little bit. So let's check out some of the extra stuff instead. That's the way we'll wrap up every day, I guess. Mega Man has 28 HP, never really thought about that, but his attack does 1 damage. So as we go through, they actually give you a little list at the bottom here of how much damage all these things do, or how much life all these things have, and how much damage they'll do, which is kind of cool. Wait, what was... One of those things said fight, or was it? Oh, you can like practice against the bosses too. That's pretty sweet. So, yeah. Pretty cool. Check this out one last time. Mega Man 1, day 1. Of the Mega Man Legacy Collection. I will see everyone tomorrow for a little Mega Man 2 action. Lates!